The relentless downpour lashed against the windows of Emma Thompson's old minivan. The weather had turned stormy in an instant, and Emma found herself battling more than just the elements. Her car had begun sputtering and groaning as if it were struggling to breathe. The dashboard lights flickered ominously, and then, with a final, sputtering gasp, the engine gave out completely. Emma's heart sank as she steered the minivan to the side of the road. Her hands gripped the steering wheel, now slick with rainwater, as she peered out into the storm. The streetlights cast dim, eerie reflections through the torrent of rain. The wind howled, making the already dark night feel even more foreboding. She turned on her hazard lights, hoping someone might notice her predicament. It was a cold, unforgiving night, and Emma, a single mother of 2 young children, had just finished a long shift at the local diner. The diner was a modest establishment, and the tips were never enough to make her life any easier. Her only solace was returning home to her kids, Sarah and Jake, who were eagerly waiting for her. Now, stranded in the middle of nowhere with no one around to help, her anxiety grew. Emma fumbled with her phone, dialing the roadside assistance number. The storm had wreaked havoc on the cell service, making it difficult to get through. Frustration and worry gnawed at her as she watched the rain beat against the window. Her mind raced with thoughts of her children. What if something happened to them while she was stuck out here? An hour passed, in a blur of rain and worry. Emma's hope began to wane, but then the distant rumble of an engine pierced the storm's cacophony. Emma's heart leaped as the headlights of a tow truck cut through the darkness. The truck pulled up beside her minivan, and a figure emerged from the cab, his rain-soaked jacket flapping in the wind. "Evening," the driver called out over the storm, his voice barely audible through the rain. "Looks like you're having a tough night." Emma nodded, relief flooding through her. "Yes, the car just stopped working. I'm really sorry for the trouble." The driver, a middle-aged man with a rugged face and kind eyes, introduced himself as Mike. He quickly assessed the situation and began the process of hooking up Emma's minivan to his tow truck. His calm and methodical approach was a comfort in the chaos. As they drove to the tow truck office, Emma couldn't help but notice Mike's reassuring demeanor. Despite the storm and her own mounting worries, Mike handled everything with a quiet professionalism that eased her anxiety. He even offered her a thermos of coffee, which Emma accepted gratefully, feeling the warmth start to chase away the chill. They exchanged small talk as Mike drove, and Emma found herself opening up about her life. She spoke of the long hours at the diner, the challenges of being a single mother, and the constant struggle to make ends meet. Mike listened attentively, his expression shifting from professional concern to genuine empathy. He shared stories of his own experiences, offering advice and a few words of encouragement. When they arrived at the tow truck office, Mike made arrangements for the car to be repaired first thing in the morning. Emma watched as he spoke with the mechanic on duty, ensuring that her minivan would be given priority. She felt a sense of relief, knowing that the car would be fixed and that she wouldn't have to face another day without reliable transportation. Mike returned to Emma, a serious expression on his face. "I have something for you," he said, pulling out a plain white envelope from his jacket pocket. Emma's curiosity was piqued. "What's this?" she asked, accepting the envelope. Mike's eyes softened. "It's just a little something. I hope it helps." Emma took the envelope, her mind racing with questions. Mike's kind gesture was unexpected, and she wondered what it could be. After thanking him again, she climbed into a cab that Mike had arranged to take her home. The rain had slowed to a light drizzle, but the storm had left her feeling drained and exhausted. When she arrived home, her children were already asleep. unaware of the ordeal their mother had faced. Emma peeled off her wet clothes and sat down at the kitchen table, holding the mysterious envelope. Her hands trembled as she carefully opened it. Inside the envelope was a handwritten note and a check. The note read, "Dear Emma, I know tonight has been challenging, and I can't imagine the difficulties you're going through. I heard your story and wanted to help. Please use this to cover the repairs on your car and to give yourself a bit of relief. You're doing an incredible job as a mother, and I hope this helps lighten your load. Best wishes, Mike." Emma's eyes welled up with tears as she read the note. The check was for an amount that far exceeded the cost of the repairs. It wasn't just the financial assistance that moved her. It was the kindness and thoughtfulness behind it. The gesture came at a moment when she felt overwhelmed and helpless, and it made a profound difference in her life. The next morning, Emma took her minivan to the garage. The mechanic confirmed that the issue was a minor one, and that the repairs would be straightforward. Thanks to Mike's generous contribution, the cost was covered, and she even had some money left over. The burden of her car troubles was lifted, and Emma felt a renewed sense of hope. Emma never saw Mike again, but his act of kindness had a lasting impact on her. It wasn't just about the money. It was about the reminder that in the midst of hardship, there are people who care and are willing to help. Emma shared her story with friends and family, spreading the message of kindness and generosity. Her experience inspired others to be more compassionate and to offer help whenever they could. Mike's gesture had not only fixed Emma's car, but had also restored her faith in humanity. It served as a powerful reminder that even in the darkest times, a single act of kindness can shine a light and make a world of difference. Emma's life continued with its challenges, but the memory of Mike's kindness remained a beacon of hope. Whenever she faced difficulties, she remembered that there were people out there who cared, and that small acts of generosity could have a profound impact. In the months that followed, Emma found herself in a better place. The financial relief from Mike's generosity helped her get back on track. She was able to afford some much-needed repairs around the house, and even managed to save a little each month. Her children, too, felt the positive change. They noticed that their mother was less stressed and more present in their lives. The impact of Mike's kindness went beyond the immediate relief it provided. It served as a catalyst for Emma's own acts of generosity. Inspired by the unexpected help she had received, Emma began volunteering at a local community center, offering her time and energy to help others in need. She shared her story with those she met, using it as a way to encourage others to believe in the power of kindness and compassion. Emma's story became a testament to the idea that even the smallest act of kindness can have a ripple effect, touching lives far beyond the initial gesture. It demonstrated that in the face of adversity, there is always room for hope, and that sometimes the help we receive from strangers can make all the difference. As Emma continued her journey, she remained grateful for the night that changed her life. The memory of Mike's kindness was a constant reminder that there is goodness in the world, and that each of us has the power to make a positive impact on someone else's life. If Emma's story touched your heart, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Stories Unfolded for more inspiring stories that reveal the kindness and compassion in our world. Your support helps us continue sharing these heartwarming tales. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next story.